Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's game. My name is Matt O'Connor, and I'll be your commentator for the night. Tonight's game features the Wakefield Warriors versus the Stoneham Spartans. And let's jump right into it. The Stoneham Spartans have the early lead. Wakefield takes the ball, but the whistle's blown. To Stoneham ball, number 15, Sabrina Sacco has the ball. Passing it over to number 24, Shauna Sullivan. The Wakefield Warriors have the ball. Number 5, Emma Shinney making her way towards the basket. Over to Brooklyn Calder. And she lands it. That's the three-pointer. Stoneham Spartans on their way over. Number 24, Shauna Sullivan leading the charge. Number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri. Passing it over. Number 35, Vivian Schofield. Throws it up. Number 10, Mia Forty grabs it for the Warriors. Shea Sunkin throws it up. Rolls out. And Brooklyn Calder scores a two-pointer. That's 5 points for Wakefield. Stoneham already finds themselves behind. Number 15, Sabrina Sacco fails to make a shot. The Warriors have the ball. Will Brooklyn Calder score again? Looks like the Spartans are on the front lines. That's a two-pointer for the Spartans. And our first foul up on the board goes to the Spartans. Number 5, senior captain Emma Shinney has 2 shots. She lands her first. That's 6 for Wakefield. And she lands it again. 7 for Wakefield. 24, Shauna Sullivan. Like lightning, blitzing past the Wakefield players. Wakefield has an incredible track record. In fact, they're near the top of the bracket. Stoneham is a lot farther behind on the bracket, however. I've seen bigger comebacks before, so it's not over for Stoneham until the very end. Mia Forty throws it up, and the whistle's blown. And that's another foul for Stoneham. Number 10, Captain Mia Forty has 2 shots. That's 8 for Wakefield. Mia scores her first, but will she score her second? The ball goes right into the hands of Emma Quinn. Over to Emma Shinney. Nicely done by the Warriors. Emma Quinn scores a 3-pointer. And that, folks, is our first time of the game. We'll be back in a moment. And we are back. Wakefield wraps up first. followed closely by Stoneham. Wakefield has a pretty sizable lead over Stoneham, but can Stoneham pull a comeback in this first quarter? We shall see as number 15, Sabrina Sacco, is ambushed by the Wakefield players. The ball goes to Wakefield. Looks like number 24, Brooklyn Calder, starting with it. Passing it over to Emma Shinny, number 5. Shea Sunkin fails to get the ball, but goes out of bounds. It is a Wakefield ball. Number 5, Emma Shinny, starts things off. Immediately, she throws it to Emma Quinn, who lands a three-pointer. That's 14 for Wakefield. Wakefield continues to extend their lead even further. How will Stoneham respond? Stoneham drops the ball. Stoneham's got the ball. It's thrown up. That's a two-pointer for Stoneham. Slowly but surely, Stoneham's getting some points. Emma Quinn lands another three-pointer. That's 17 for Wakefield. That's 2 three-pointers in a row from Emma Quinn. The previous time Wakefield faced off against Stoneham was on January 13th, and Wakefield was victorious 36-18. And those results seemed to be echoed here. Speaking of, Wakefield's now up to 19. The first foul for Wakefield is up on the board. Number 11, Brianna Peasy, is shooting for Stoneham. She just barely misses her first shot, but she's got one left. Stoneham's up to 5 now. Like I said previously, the Wakefield Warriors were victorious against the Stoneham Spartans on the Stoneham Spartan court. But now we're on the Warrior territory. So let's see how things differ from that game. Seems like Wakefield has a pretty distinct advantage. But Stoneham slowly inching their way back up. They've got 7 now. Number 5, Emma Shinny, tosses it over to Brooklyn Calder, over to Mia Forty, back over to Emma Quinn, and number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri, hits the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Goes to Wakefield. Brooklyn Calder throws it over to Emma Shinny, back over to Brooklyn, over to Emma Quinn. She drops it. She still manages to keep it in bounds. Emma Shinny goes for a three-pointer, misses. Emma Quinn trying to get in close. Emma Shinny. Looks like Wakefield strategizing. Shea Sunkin finds herself overwhelmed. But Shea used that to her advantage. That's 3 fouls for Stoneham. Number 5, Emma Shinny leading the charge, and number 13, Lindsay Alves, joins the Stoneham roster. Mia Forty throws it up, fails to get it in, ball goes out. It's a Wakefield ball. Emma Shinny starting things off. Shea Sunken fails to get it up. Stoneham making their way over. Alessandra getting close. And the ball goes in, but it doesn't count. That's 2 fouls for Wakefield. And it's a Stoneham ball. Number 35, Vivian Schofield. Start things off here. Going over to number 11, Brianna Peasy. Over to number 24, Shauna Sullivan. Emma Quinn takes the ball for the Warriors, passing it over to Mia Forte. And it goes right into Stoneham's arms. Vivian inching her way forward. And that's 3 fouls for the Warriors. Number 13, Savannah Cummings switches in, replacing Mia Forte on the Warriors. Stoneham trying to break even, or break odd in this case. Savannah Cummings throws it up, just barely missing. Stoneham's got the ball, number 24, Shauna Sullivan. Throwing it over to number 11, Brianna Peasy, who drops it. It's a fight for the ball. The Warriors have it. Brooklyn Calder throws it over to Shea Sunken. Savannah Cummings trying to get it up. It's a Stoneham ball. Number 13, Lindsay Alves takes the helm, passing it over to Alessandra Carpentieri. Can Stoneham score any more points with a little over a minute and a half to go? Whistle's been blown. It's a Wakefield ball. Number 12, and the Ickies switches in for the Warriors. Still a Wakefield ball. Number 5, Emma Shinney, getting ready to pass. Going over to Brooklyn Calder, who goes to that three-pointer. Bounces off. Savannah Cummings fails to get the ball. Stoneham becoming more aggressive. We've got a minute to go. Savannah Cummings scores herself and her team a two-pointer. Less than a minute remaining. Alessandra Carpentieri passes it over to number 11, Brianna Peasy. Stoneham misses themselves a three-pointer, but they still have control of the ball. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Brianna passes it over to number 20, Chrissa. Emma Shinney rushing to the other side of the court for the Warriors. The ball bounces out, goes in the hands of Savannah Cummings. Over to Brooklyn Calder, it bounces out. And that wraps up the first quarter with a score of 21-7. Wakefield has a pretty sizable lead, but how long can they hold on to it? We'll be back in a moment to cover the second quarter. All right, everybody, welcome back to the game. In the previous quarter, Wakefield dominated, scoring themselves a total of 21 points, while Stoneham found themselves a good amount of gaps behind with a total of 7 points. However, it's still anyone's game. This time Stoneham starts with the ball. Number 13, Lindsay Alves, leading the Stoneham Spartan charge. Stoneham going for that three-pointer. They miss. Warriors have got it. Number 24, Brooklyn Cowler, throwing it over to Emma Ickes. Over to Shea Sunken. Over to Savannah Cummings. Emma Shinny goes for it and lands it. That's 23 for Wakefield. Number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri. Passing it over to number 11, Brianna Peasy. Alessandra misses, giving Wakefield the opportunity to strike again. Shea Sunken throws it up. It's a Wakefield ball, being led by number 5, Emma Shinny. Emma chucks it over to Shea Sunken. Emma Shinny goes for that three-pointer and lands it. That brings Wakefield's total up to 26. Wakefield continues to break away from Stoneham even further, leaving them in the dust. And that's another foul on Wakefield's end. Warriors have got it. Emma Shinny leading the charge. Savannah Cummings just barely misses. It's a fight for the ball. It's Wakefield ball. Number 5, Emma Shinny leading the pack once again. Over to Emma Ickes. Savannah Cummings throws it up again and lands it. 28 for Wakefield. Stoneham still trying to increase their score. They're still stuck at 7. And it's going to be harder and harder to do that as Wakefield scores themselves another two-pointer. That's 30 for Wakefield. Wakefield trying to maneuver around the Spartans. Calder passes it over to Emma Ickes, who lanes it. That's a three-pointer, 33 for Wakefield. Alessandra Carpentieri slowly inching her way towards the basket, but the whistle's blown. And that's another foul on Wakefield's end. Number 21, Emma Quinn, comes back out and continues to play for Wakefield. Number 35, Vivian Schofield, also returns to the court to play for Stoneham. Stoneham ball. Excuse me. Stoneham ball, number 20, Krisa Jorgantus. Stoneham almost drops that ball there. Less than 5 minutes remain. Stoneham finally gets themselves another batch of points. They're up to 9. But They're going to have to get a lot more if they want to catch up to Wakefield. Shea Sunken throws it over to Emma Quinn. Emma Quinn throws it up, but whistle's blown. All players and audience members will always be no match for the power of the whistle. That's 34 for Wakefield. Number 23, Grace McHugh, comes out onto the court to play for Wakefield. And Emma Quinn lands another point. That's 35 for Wakefield. Stoneham still finding themselves behind. Wakefield has a huge lead. And Stoneham scores another two-pointer, finally making it into the double digits. Emma Shinnie maneuvering around Stoneham. Stoneham has the ball. Number 11, Brianna Peasy, starting things off. Over to Chrissa. Stoneham still at a huge disadvantage, but they continue to play with impeccable strength and determination. They're on the ground, they're about for the ball. Number 13, Savannah Cummings returns to the court. Number 24, Brooklyn Calder, taking the lead. Warriors continue to extend their lead further and further away from Stoneham. But the Spartans are mighty Warriors. So it isn't fair to make judgments until the very end. The Warriors continue to outsmart the Spartans. Emma Shinnie misses her mark on the Stoneham territory. Less than 3 minutes remain in the quarter. Wooburn's up to 13 now. Brooklyn Calder throws it over to Savannah Cummings. Thankfully, it's caught by Emma Shinnie. Emma Quinn throws it over to Emma Shinnie. Shinnie clutching the ball, throws it back over to Brooklyn Calder. Emma Quinn goes for another three-pointer, misses. Stoneham's got it. Stoneham stronghold, trying to overwhelm Wakefield and take back that lead. Stoneham tempted by the potential for a three-pointer. Vivian Schofield throws it up, just, again, barely missing. That's 6 fouls for Wakefield. Shea Sunken returns to the court, replacing Grace McHugh. Sabrina Sacco of the Stone Spartans. Wakefield on their own turf. Shea Sunken zips by Stoneham. Emma Quinn misses another three-pointer, but Wakefield's not done yet. A little less than a minute and a half remaining. Brooklyn Calder lands a three-pointer. That's 38 for Wakefield. And that is another time for Wakefield. We'll be back in a moment. All right, everybody, we are back. The Wakefield Warriors continue to inch closer and closer to taking that season title. Stoneham's a lot farther behind, but as we've seen before, it isn't over till it's over. Stoneham has the ball. Alessandra Carpentieri passes it to number 15, Sabrina Sacco. Getting a little too close to the edge there. And that's another timeout for Stoneham. We'll be back in a moment. With a little over a minute remaining, it's getting down to the wire here. Wakefield still huge lead over Stoneham. Stoneham still trying to make their way towards Wakefield's basket. Less than a minute remains. Stoneham misses again. There goes the ref. Stoneham has the ball. Number 15, captain Sabrina Sacco taking the helm. 45 seconds remain. Stoneham nearly scores and nearly scores again. And that's 7 fouls for Wakefield. Number 24, Shauna Sullivan, has 2 shots. She missed her first, but she's got 1 left. Number 12, Emma Ickes, returns to the Wakefield side, replacing Shea Sunken. And Stoneham's up to 14 now. But the Warriors are back with their full glory and might. But Stoneham is here to match them with glory and might of their own. Emma Shinney's got a clear shot, and she lands it. That's 40 for Wakefield. Less than 20 seconds remain. 15 seconds to go. Can Stoneham get in any last-minute points before halftime? 5 seconds. Number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri brings Stoneham's score up to 16 as the second quarter comes to a close. All right, as we go into halftime, the score is 40 for Wakefield to 16 for Stoneham. Wakefield still has a huge lead. Let's see if Stoneham can turn things around in the latter half of the game. See you on the flip side. All right, everybody, and we are back. And immediately, Wakefield's got the ball. Number 10, Mia Forty, passes it over to number 3, Shea Sunken. Emma Shinny tries to get to the basket, but Stoneham nearly grabs the ball there. Emma Shinny misses that three-pointer. Ball goes out. Stoneham ball, number 15, Sabrina Sacco leads the charge. Number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri. Stoneham on the offense while Wakefield's on the defense. First foul goes to Wakefield, and number 35, Vivian Schofield, is shooting for Stoneham, and she has 2 shots. She lands her first. That's 17 for Stoneham. And that's 18 for Stoneham. Warriors have the ball, ready to strike back. Mia Forty throws it over to Emma Quinn. Very nicely done. That's 42 for the Warriors. Spartans trying to catch up. They're still very far behind. Stoneham drops the ball and it goes out of bounds. For Brooklyn Calder has the ball, passing it over to number 5, Emma Shinny. Wakefield trying to get closer to that basket. Shea Sunken passing it over to Emma Shinny. The Red Sea gets bigger and bigger. Emma Shinny tempted by that three-pointer. Brooklyn Calder goes straight for it and misses. Stoneham ball. Sabrina Sacco passing it over to Alessandra Carpentieri. Alessandra and Emma Shinny right at the helm. Sabrina Sacco passing it back over to Alessandra. Being guarded quite fiercely by Emma Quinn. Alessandra throws it back over to Sabrina. Over to Shauna Sullivan. Stoneham manages to score. That's 20 for them. But Wakefield still has more than double what Stoneham currently has. Looks like the boys players are getting ready. Boys games in a little less than a half an hour or so. And that's 22 for Stoneham. Shea Sunken throws it up, misses. That's 2 fouls for Wakefield. Stoneham ball, number 15, Sabrina Sacco, passing it over to Alessandra Carpentieri. Stoneham still trying to shorten that gap. Vivian Schofield misses that three-pointer. To Stoneham ball. Shauna Sullivan starts with the ball, and number 12, Emma Ickes, comes back out onto the court to play for Wakefield, replacing Shea Sunken. That's another foul for Wakefield. Alessandra drops the ball over to the Warriors. And that's the first foul for Stoneham in the latter half of the game. Number 5, Emma Shinney has 2 shots for the Warriors. And that's another point for the Warriors, 43. And that's 44. Shauna Sullivan goes for that one. That's another 2-pointer for Stoneham. Stoneham is still far, far behind Wakefield. Emma Shinney misses that 3-pointer. Mia Forty goes for a 2-pointer, misses. Wakefield trying to get that ball into the basket. Emma Shinney trying to go for it. Mia Forty throws it up, bounces out right into the arms of number 24, Shauna Sullivan. The Spartans are back at it again. That's another Stoneham foul. Number 24, Brooklyn Calder, starting off with the ball. Emma Shinney's right there with her. Number 13, Lindsay Alves returns to the court to play for Stoneham. Number 13, Savannah Cummings is also back out on the court. Emma Ickes throws it over to Emma Shinney. Emma Quinn goes to that 3-pointer, misses. A little less than 3.5 minutes remain in the quarter. Stoneham really needs a stroke of genius move if they want to turn things around and take the victory. Wakefield ball. After Stoneham fails to make a proper pass, it's Wakefield ball, number 24, Brooklyn Calder, passing it over to Emma Shinney. And that's another 2-pointer. Emma Quinn bringing the total up to 46 for Wakefield. Wakefield's got it now. Number 5, Emma Shinney, rushes to that basket like no tomorrow. The Stoneham Spartans are knocking at Wakefield's door. But the Warriors grab it again. Brooklyn Calder nearly drops the ball. Emma Shinney once again rushing to that basket and scores a 2-pointer. Wakefield's nearly about to cross that 50 magical point mark. Close call for Stoneham there. It's a Wakefield ball. Brooklyn Calder once again starting things off. Emma Shinney right by her side. Exactly 2 minutes remain. Emma Ickes finds herself surrounded. She throws it up. It's a Stoneham ball, number 13, Lindsay Alves at the helm. Right beside her is number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri. Alessandra on the offense for Stoneham. Alessandra just barely fails to make a three-pointer. But Spartans are not done yet. They score themselves a two-pointer. Stoneham has overall done a lot better in this quarter alone compared to the last two. Little over a minute remaining. Ball goes out of bounds. Shea Sunkin returns to the court. It's a Stoneham ball. Number 13, Lindsay Alves, once again starting things off. A minute and 10 seconds remain for the quarter. Stoneham always being kept on their toes by the Warriors. But Stoneham is definitely an example of a dog being able, or an old dog being able to learn new tricks. That's another foul for Stoneham. 3-3 in terms of fouls. Savannah Cummings has 2 shots for Wakefield. She lands her first, 49 for Wakefield. If she lands this, Wakefield crosses the 50-point mark, and she does. That's 50 points for Wakefield. Less than a minute remains. Stoneham desperately trying to get in some points. Hitting the side of the rim there. 30 seconds remain. Emma Shinney nearly gets a 2-pointer. Emma Shinney is going for it again. Stoneham knocks it out. Alessandra Carpentieri tosses that ball. Nearly goes into the stands there. That's another foul for Stoneham. Sorry, foul for Wakefield. Number 0, Jade Waterhouse, makes her first appearance on the court this game. 15 seconds remain. Will Stoneham be able to score anything? And that is time. All right, with a score of 50-29, Wakefield still has a huge lead. However, Stoneham has done incredibly well so far in this quarter. So we'll see you at the 4th and final quarter. All right, everybody. It all comes down to this. This has been a pretty interesting game. Wakefield, for a large majority of the game, basically the entire game, has held a very large lead. While Stoneham has been fairly close, they've still been behind for the entire game. As we go into the 4th and final quarter, the question still remains. Will Wakefield take yet another victory and their second victory over Stoneham, or will Stoneham make a surprising comeback and catch Wakefield by surprise? Jade Waterhouse passing it over to Emma Ickes. Shea Sunkin passing it over to Savannah Cummings, but the ball goes out. It's a Stoneham ball. Number 13, Lindsay Alves, passing it over to Alessandra Carpentieri. Crisa passes it over to Alessandra. Crisa passing it back over to Alessandra. Alessandra goes for that 2-pointer, misses. Ball nearly goes out of bounds there. Just Stoneham ball, number 24, Shauna Sullivan. Captain Shauna Sullivan throws it over, back over to Crisa. Crisa drops the ball. Goes right over to Jade Waterhouse. Shea Sunken passing it over to Savannah Cummings, but it goes back over to Stoneham. Stoneham throws it up, bouncing off the rim. That's another foul on Wakefield's end. Number 24, Shauna Sullivan, has 2 shots. She lands her first, 30 for Stoneham. Number 10, Mia Forty, returns to the court, replacing Emma Ickes for the Warriors. Shauna's got 1 shot. And she lands it once again. Stoneham's up to 31 now. They're getting closer, but still, they're pretty far behind compared to Wakefield's total of 50. Mia Forty passing it over to Shea Sunken. And that's another foul for Stoneham. Number 3, Shea Sunken, shooting for Wakefield. She misses that first shot, but she's got 1 remaining. Savannah Cummings grabs the ball. Shea Sunken falls over there. And that's another foul on Wakefield's end. It's still pretty early on in the quarter. Stoneham still trying to score as many points as they can. Number 1, Alessandra Carpentieri, brings Stoneham's score up to 33. Wakefield hasn't been able to score in a good while. And that's another foul on Stoneham's end. Number 21, Emma Quinn, returns to the court to play for the Warriors, replacing Jade Waterhouse. Brooklyn Calder goes for that 3-pointer, misses, goes right in the hands of Stoneham, but it goes out. Ball goes to Wakefield, number 24, Brooklyn Calder. On the offense, Emma Shinny looking for that good opening. Just over 6 minutes remain. Mia Forty nearly drops the ball there. Brooklyn Calder nearly goes for a 3-pointer. Mia Forty goes for that 3-pointer. Emma Quinn's able to save it. Wakefield needs to make that shot. The refs are discussing what has just transpired. And that looks like it is another timeout. We'll be back in a moment. We are back. Warriors have the ball. Number 5, Emma Shinny at the helm. Savannah Cummings throws it up immediately and gets it in. That's 52 for Wakefield. And on top of that, Savannah Cummings also has one shot. Will she land it? Yes, she will. That's 53 for Wakefield. Just over five minutes remain. 5.5 minutes on the clock as number 24, Brooklyn Calder, passes it over to Emma Shinny. Savannah Cummings passes it over to Mia Forty. Emma Shinny caught in the middle, but she still manages to score another two-pointer, 55 for Wakefield. Wakefield is getting dangerously close to the 60-point mark, or instead of saying dangerously, we should say surprisingly. I don't think I've ever seen Wakefield score this much in a single game I've commentated for. Stoneham trying any way they can to stop Wakefield from extending their score. Stoneham still far behind, but they're using their last tricks, their aces in the hole, to see if they can pull out a surprising win. 4.5 minutes remain. Emma Shinny scores yet another two-pointer, 57 for Wakefield. Wakefield Warriors have the ball again. Emma Quinn finds herself surrounded. Number 12, Emma Ickes, returns to the court, replacing Emma Quinn for the Warriors. And that's another foul for Stoneham. Number 3, Shea Sunken, comes back out onto the court, replacing Mia Forty. Savannah misses the shot, giving Stoneham the opportunity to strike back. Stoneham inching closer and closer to Wakefield's basket. A little over 3.5 minutes remain.
Warriors foul is number 13, Savannah Cummings, her second personal, 17 foul.
Number 23, Grace McHugh, returns to the court for the Warriors. Sabrina Sacco has one shot remaining. She misses, giving Wakefield the opportunity to strike back again. Emma Shinny throws that ball up. Grace McHugh nearly scores there. Brooklyn Calder Throws it over to Emma Ickes. Stoneham nearly intercepts it there. Brooklyn Calder, look at that pass over to Emma Shinny. Less than 3 minutes remain. That's another foul for Stoneham. Number 5, Emma Shinny, has 2 shots for Wakefield. And she lands it. And that's another foul for Stoneham. This time it's Emma Ickes, number 12, with 2 shots. She lands her first. 58 for Wakefield. Number 33, Ava Fitzgerald, comes out onto the court. And number 2, Alessandra Bagadia, comes out onto the court for Stoneham. Number 15, Allie Bly, comes out onto the court, as well as number 0, Jade Waterhouse. Jade Waterhouse passes it over to Emma Ickes. Allie passes it over to Brooklyn Calder. Ickes makes it, goes for it. Grace McHugh with a 2-pointer. And just like that, Wakefield has crossed over the magical 60-point mark. Wakefield has almost double what Stoneham has. Little over 2 minutes remain. Number 25, Joelle Nickerson, makes her first appearance on the court. Wakefield is giving every single player on the team an opportunity for glory. Stoneham misses a 3-pointer, less than 2 minutes to go. Number 11, Cara Salm, makes her first appearance out on the court. Jade Waterhouse goes to that 3-pointer. Just under a minute and a half remains. Looks like we're going to have to call out the dogs to put out the fire. Looks like we're going to crown ourselves the victor. Wakefield with a very sizable lead. Nicely done by Stoneham. That's a 3-pointer for Stoneham. Stoneham has the ball. Less than a minute to go. Grayson passes it over to Alessandra Bagadia. Passing it over to number 5, Colby O'Brien. And Stoneham fails to score. But number 33, Ava Fitzgerald, is getting ready to shoot for Stoneham. She's got 2 shots. Less than 30 seconds remain. It's almost over, folks. Jade Waterhouse fails to get that ball. 17.7 seconds are on the clock. It's a Stoneham ball. Number 13, Lindsay Alves, starts out with the ball. Grace McHugh takes the ball. 5 seconds. And that is that, with a final score of 60-38. The Wakefield Warriors take the win. All right, folks, that being said, that's where my job comes to an end. And as always, my name is Matt O'Connor. It's been an honor being your commentator, and good night.